Hello everyone, it's MIQY. I own no rights to this music, and today we're going to be talking about forbidden fruit, how we all chase it, how we all do whatever it takes to get it, we sacrifice for it, hurt people for it, so on and so forth. The forbidden fruit reference is a reference to the King James Version of the Bible that was talking about Adam and Eve being in the Garden of Eden, and how God said you can have anything from any tree and eat anything you want or do whatever you want, just do not partake in the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now don't quote me on that, I don't know exactly how it's worded or verbatim, but pretty much you get the reference of what I'm talking about. When someone says the forbidden fruit, it basically refers to things that are not necessarily good for us, but that we chase after and seek just through temptation in general. Temptation is not necessarily a bad thing, but we use it as a negative word to describe something that we're tempted to do or tempted to partake in that is not necessarily good for us, or maybe flat out bad for us. It's ironic and it's very common. It's so common that it's kind of become kind of normal that we will seek out things that are not good for us. I smoked cigarettes for 12 years. I smoked for 8 years and I quit for 2, and then I smoked for another 4, and now I have quit for almost another 2 years. But the point is, I wanted those cigarettes. I still want cigarettes. I want to smoke one right now. Everybody knows that cigarettes are terrible for you. There's literally no benefit whatsoever in smoking a cigarette, and there's every benefit that you can think of in quitting smoking cigarettes. I use that as a reference because there's still millions and millions of people that do smoke, and it's one of the most commonly addicted drugs that is legal and that is accepted by society to that degree. But the forbidden fruit doesn't necessarily just refer to drugs. You can eat a kale salad and eat some avocado and spinach, and immediately you want a Big Mac with extra sauce. I know that when I eat healthy stuff like baked fish and steamed vegetables, right after I eat it, even though my body is somewhat full, I immediately want some Krispy Kreme. I immediately want Krispy Kreme with some ice cream. I want to double it up. I want a Snickers and some M&Ms, peanut. You know what I'm saying? But we also use that temptation and the forbidden fruit reference towards people. A lot of times we want to have this person in our lives, as our friend, or have this person in our life as a sex partner, or a friend with benefits, or a person that we want to be in a relationship with them so bad that we're willing to do whatever it takes. We sacrifice our friends. We sacrifice people that really have our best interests at heart. We sometimes flat out hurt people in order to just be in the presence of somebody that doesn't necessarily respect us or doesn't necessarily treat us with the respect that they should. It's very ironic, but it's very factual that all humans chase the forbidden fruit. We want the cigarettes. We crave the ice cream and donuts. We have a need, or feel that we have a need, to be with or be around the people that treat us poorly, disregard us, don't check on us, don't look out for us. It's kind of unexplainable, but the fact that it is a human nature situation is just like any other situation that may be controlled by emotions or may be controlled by triggers. You can research yourself, just take a step back, meditate, think, pray, talk to loved ones, talk to a counselor, talk to a professional therapist to find out why, what is the root to the issue? Why are you chasing after this thing that you know for a fact is hurting you? Why are you chasing this person that you know for a fact is disregarding you? Why are you approaching and running after this person that physically harms you? There's not a lot of people that I know that have been in physical altercation relationships or domestic abuse, but I have. 18 to 20 years old, I was with a cocaine addict that was domestically abusive towards me. And thank God I was able to learn from that situation and get out of it. But there are a lot of people that still gravitate to that type of person, and they accept it when they shouldn't. It's not justifiable. Putting your hands on somebody is never justifiable. And I pray that those people find a way to get out of those situations. A lot of people just say things like, oh, you only got one time to hit me and that'll never happen to me. Well, I said the same thing, and I stayed with this man for 2 years. It's very unfortunate, but it grew me just like any other situation. We learn so much from failure. We learn so much from mistakes. We learn so much from tragedies and things going wrong that they have to be there. And that's probably one of the reasons, or one of the many reasons, why we do chase the forbidden fruit. I remember I said to somebody the other day, I said, real recognize real, but real doesn't recognize fake. Because fake is meant to teach us a lesson. And if we recognized it, then we would never walk in that direction in order to learn that valuable lesson, in order to strengthen us, to help us to grow. So when it comes to the forbidden fruit, I would say find a way to step back from the situation, eliminate yourself out of the equation, try to put yourselves in other people's shoes, try to see someone else's perspective, to try to see if you can find a way to let go of this thing or this person or this food or this drug that is clearly causing you harm. It's not going to be easy. It's probably going to be one of the hardest things you've ever had to do. But anything in life worth having is hard, even if it does mean giving up a forbidden fruit or learning to avoid that forbidden fruit in the first place. As always, I hope this message is universally helping to anybody that hears it. We certainly hope that you enjoy our content. We have been receiving some feedback about what content we should be uploading and subject matters that people want to hear us discuss. So thank you again. We really appreciate your support. Bless up. And remember, if it's Mickey Vision, then do what you feel.